right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. It was a very interesting day with Bitcoin and the miners and the stock market. So I want to talk about all of that and get to the Bitcoin charts. And I have a special chart that I have updated that I want to show everybody because I think it's extremely interesting. So if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could smash the like button, I appreciate that. You guys have been doing a great job of smashing the like button and commenting below. I do read all the comments and I try to reply to as many as possible. Lastly, you can help support the channel by hitting the join button. So you'll see a join button and you can become a member of the channel. With that, you will get extra content. I do extra videos for members only, and I do a live stream every Tuesday for members only as well. Okay, let's get into Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. I'm gonna start just quickly going through what happened in the overall market today because the market had a decent day. So I was expecting a letdown today, and we did open very much in the red, but we rallied just little by little all day long. So just to take a quick look, the S&P was down 0.2, the Dow was down 0.14, the NASDAQ was down 0.25, and the Russell was down 0.74, but the Russell was up monstrously over the last few days. So again, this is just kind of taking a breath for one day and to watch the momentum pick up all day long. It really did reinforce in my mind. People are optimistic right now. Whether they should be or not, that's a whole nother question. I'm not even going to get into that in this video, but for whatever reason at this point, they're optimistic. They're optimistic about what the Fed is going to do. Okay, so you can see this is a mixed bag. There's not a lot of giant movement on this board. There's a bunch of green. There was no green for the first 5 hours of this day. This board was just straight red and things were going down pretty hard. So by the end of the day, Bitfarms had rallied. It finished in the positive in the green. Hive rallied and it finished in the green. Also, I want to note that Marathon was only down 0.3 on the day. And when we get to my chart that I made later, you're going to see Marathon is raging right now. So whatever you may think of their performance as a company, their stock is on fire. Marathon and Core Scientific were both up gigantic yesterday. I think Marathon was up 16%. Core Scientific was up like 24%. Core Scientific has been lagging big time. So it had a catch-up day yesterday, but today it did pull back 7.65%, whereas Marathon just stayed almost at break even. Okay, so if we go to the chart, this is the 15-minute time frame. As always, you will see a orange line right here, and that was at 20,184. That's where Bitcoin was when the equity markets closed yesterday. We went sideways for a while, and then we had a nice dip down. We really tested this line down here at just under 20,000. That is our previous high from the 2017 bull cycle. Bitcoin took a little bit of a journey down and then up, but all in all, we were basically sideways, so very similar to the market. So we get a little bit of a clearer picture on the 4-hour time frame. So I believe we are in a relief rally. I've been calling that since the CPI data. We did go very sideways for a period of time. So the relief rally that I was calling for the first week did not look like a relief rally at all. But I do think we're now starting to see that momentum to the upside. But what I'm looking for, now you can start to see this pink line at just under $20,000. We are above that right now, and that was my goal yesterday. I wanted to see if we could get above that line and start to hold that as support. Now, we've only been above it for just a short period of time here, so way too soon to say we've established this as a line of support, but over the next 24 hours, that's what I'll be looking for. This, to me, would be an indicator that we are climbing the ladder and maybe heading back up towards that $25,000 that we got to on the last relief rally about a month ago. So if we look at the 4-hour RSI, 50 on the daily RSI is now turning into support. So even if we run down a little bit, if we can catch ourselves at 50 and start moving between, neutral and overbought, that's where our relief rallies come in. So we're starting to shape up that way potentially. So I just added a yellow arrow. If you look at the trend for the last 2 weeks, we are definitely moving up. So I do think this is the beginning stages of a relief rally. It has not been a very exciting relief rally so far. There was a lot of sideways activity, but these last 3 days in particular 2 very green days, followed by a day that showed some strength and held on sideways. And importantly, you can see on the daily time frame, yesterday we closed way above this line of support that I was hoping we could hold. And today we have opened, and so far it looks like we could open and close above this, even though we'll have a little bit of a red day. So that's okay. A little bit of a reset button after these 2 very green days is to be expected. So hopefully this is the beginning of what could be a nice relief rally back up to some of these higher points. Again, on the daily RSI, a few days ago, this first green candle, we did cross over 50 on the daily RSI. So 50 is neutral. Good things happen above 50. I do think it's very important we find support at the 50 level on the RSI on the daily time frame. That would be another indication that the relief rally may continue. So lastly, if I look on the daily MACD, you're going to see we had a bullish crossover over a week ago now, and we've been printing green candles ever since, and these last couple of days in a row, we've picked up a little bit of momentum. So this all looks good. This looks like a potential relief rally. Now, the last time we had one of these, it got cut short after about a week, but that one had run up to 22,400. This has been a much slower recovery, so I'm hoping it's going to be a slow and steady, and we continue this run upward. Really, what I'm looking for is the Fed meets again on November 2nd, so we have almost 1 full month prior to that. We have some CPI data coming out in the middle that I suspect will finally be a little bit of good news. I'm not expecting something fantastic, but I do think it's going to meet the market's expectations. So we have this month here of an opportunity of window of time to have another nice little relief rally. So that's my goal. That's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm hoping for, obviously. Okay, so this is the chart I want to take a closer look at. This is a chart that I have made. I've been tracking this chart for each one of the Bitcoin miners. This is a chart of how they have performed since their summer lows. So this is updated as of the close of today's trading. I continue to repeat this on this channel. What I'm looking for is companies whose stock is not performing well, but their monthly operational reports are showing that the company itself is performing. And I think we have a few examples of that. So let me just go through and show you what we've got on here. We've got 4 different colors. Obviously, the red, all of those have actually taken out their summer lows. They are now lower than they were this summer. So those stocks are performing very poorly. We have a few that are in the blue. Those I consider kind of neutral. They're anywhere from 0 to 10% up. They're underperforming Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you'll see, is in gold. Bitcoin's up 15% off of its lows from this summer. So, not a spectacular relief rally. We really like to see anywhere from 25 to 50%, to me, is a nice relief rally off of these lows. So that's what I'm looking for. So from the top of this list to the bottom of this list, I just want to point out there's over 200% difference in performance. You've got Marathon at the top of the list. They are up 147% off of their lows. Riot looks like a distant second, but Riot's up 80% from its lows this summer. The third company that's been holding on is HUT. So they're up 63% off of their lows from the summer. All 3 of those companies still have a very large HODL balance of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So I just want to discuss a few more of these because I want to tell you the ones that, in my opinion, are representing buying opportunities, and I'll let you know the ones that I have been adding to my position on. This really helps when I go through the operational updates. If I see an outstanding monthly operational update and then I go to this chart and I see that it's a company that's in the red, to me, that's a great big buying opportunity. So hopefully you guys can use this chart as a part of your due diligence. And there's 7 companies that are actually down beneath their summer lows. Cleanspark has always been one of my positions, so I continue to add to that. They're down 11%, and they just had the best monthly operational report they've ever had. And it's been month after month after month of excellent performance for them. So the fact that they're down lower than their summer lows, to me, represents a big buying opportunity. The other couple that I think represent some opportunities here, there's 2 more in the red that I don't think belong in the red. One of them is Core Scientific. So Marathon, Riot, and Core Scientific are the 3 biggest market caps. They have a lot of debt, and I know that's being held against them. However, from a production standpoint, they are by far the #1 producing company, and they actually have recently rallied. They just rallied 24% yesterday to leave them down still 7% off of their summer lows. So some of the gap was made up. You know, this was down over 30% from its summer lows, and now it's down 7%. But I do think there's opportunity left there. So I'm looking closely at that one. GREE is down 6%. I think they've had positive performance over the last 90 or 100 days. So I'm surprised to see them down as well. The other company that I think has lagged greatly is Bitfarms. You guys probably know this. These are some of my bigger investments, and so I talk about them all the time. But Bitfarms is only up 10% in the same period of time that Bitcoin is up 15%. So Bitfarms is the other company that has been having outstanding monthly operational updates, in my opinion. So that's another one where, you know, it's up 10%. That's really just a few pennies off of its low. So it's still trading at somewhere around $1.10 or $1.11. It got down to, I believe, $1.01 was its new low. There's also potential opportunity in the ones that are green. So even though these are up, sometimes it's good to go with the momentum, right? They're up for a reason. Momentum may continue to carry them up. So there's a lot of opportunity across this board, in my opinion. But there's also a lot of landmines, so you got to be careful and do your due diligence. And as you guys know, these are highly, highly volatile stocks. But this is a chart that I want to keep showing you guys. Let me know if you guys are using this chart at all. I find this chart very helpful for myself. We're holding $20,000. So that would be nice. That's going to be my goal overnight. So we talked about a few things that we want to see. So we'll check in again tomorrow on this. Hope everybody had a good day trading. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and smash the like button. Thanks again.